Hey everybody, welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. Reba here. Well, it's been a few weeks. We finally got through all of the winter buzz where I work, and now I'm going to be having a tiny bit of downtime, except for I will be working really early one day next week because my boss wanted to give me some more hours due to the fact that I had to quarantine because somebody I worked with had tested positive and had fibbed about it and is still basically saying she didn't actually fib. But when you are said to have tested asymptomatic, then there is a positive in there. Hello. Being the fact that her spouse had it. So anyways, that's okay. I still love her. It wasn't her fault. You know what I'm saying? So gotta give love and grace to everybody. And so I did test negative, thank the Lord. But I did take, precautionary measures, and it just happened to come at the worst time of the year when we have the best hours where I work. So that really stunk, losing out on like such a really great work week. But you know what? The Lord has his reasons for everything. So I also haven't really been out in the garden out here. So this is my first time being out in the garden with you guys. But as I look around, I'm noticing that quite a few things are doing quite well. And that makes me happy. And so we're just going to kind of do a quick walkthrough. My phone battery is not going to last very long, so it'll be a very short video. And so as soon as I see 20%, I will probably go ahead and end the video because I will have to charge this again. I do have a new battery for my phone. I do have a new screen to replace the cracked screen from 2 years ago. It is time for me to get those things fixed on this little phone. I'm not gonna keep it under warranty, that sort of thing, because I'm just cheap like that. I'm only paying $20 a month for my cell phone, text and talk, and I love that. So okay, enough chatter. Let's see how the plants are doing. All right, so first off, we have this little planter stand here that I got all fully painted last season. It's still looking really good. I'm very, very pleased. And for the most part, a lot of the things are doing really well in it. I do have some bunching onions right here, which are doing well. I've got strawberries and mint in the other ones. Those have kind of died back a little bit. Like the mints are kind of scraggly looking. But for the most part, they're looking pretty good. I do have some, this is that willow herb, which I don't want growing in this pot. I have so much of it that I'm just going to pull it out. I don't need it. I have seeds for it if I want to grow it in the future, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of my mint pot. I think this one is the chocolate mint. I can't remember. Actually, no, this is mint from here. So it is rooting down across. I don't remember which one this is. This is orange mint. So it's trying to take hold in this pot, which I really don't want it in there. But there's roots in there, which means it'll probably continue to grow in there. So we'll go ahead and pull those out and just kind of pop it back in here onto that pot there. But that part is growing really, really well. It doesn't look scraggly. And then down here on the bottom, I do have that pink Chinese celery here. And it's loving this weather, like super time. And it's looking really good. And then I've got some like arugulas or something over there in that spot. Can't remember. No, it's something else, but they're looking really good. And then all of these are my trees that have gone dormant. They're getting big buds for the spring, which are looking really good. So in this section, I have a lot of mainly decorative trees with really pretty foliage. I do really like the variegated, so that's how they're looking here. And then this one is that flowering quince that I rooted from a snapped off twig from the box store. And it is still got green leaves on it, you guys. Check that out. So it hasn't lost all of its leaves. So it's been kind of a mild winter so far. This is December 31st. So I'll upload this as soon as I'm done with the video. so you guys can see it today. And for the most part, it's been very, very mild. I mean, we've had a few really cold days. We finally started getting frost mid-December, and so there is that. But fairly mild. So yeah, and then right here's the fava beans. They love this weather. The frost doesn't seem to bother it much. This is a dead bit. I just need to trim away. But it came back from the roots very vigorously, you guys. And I do need to pick some of the bean pods, because look at, these are massive. I do have some, I just left them be. But I have flowers on here looking really good, you guys. But it really likes this weather, so I'm thinking it seems like the fava bean in the Pacific Northwest in my region, which is the Olympia region, seem to do really well in the winter. And so I'm thinking next year, if I plant fava beans again, I'll plant them in August and then let them grow, because I mean, they're doing really well. So I'll check it over, see if I missed any bean pods. I thought there was another bigger one here. The squirrels might have gotten it, because you know, I've got wildlife here. And then these are all the bean sections that just, you know, didn't make it through the winter. And so now I know fava beans are a really great one to grow. All of the elderberries are looking good. They are budding up really nicely, and so I'm really looking forward to having more growth on all of my elderberries next year, and at which case I may be able to do like a couple cutting sales of those in the future. This one never really lost all of its leaves. This is the powdery elderberry, and it still has the tips on all of the branches that have leaves. And I do need to come through here again and weed everything. I'll just do it on a really nice day. Today's been kind of a lazy day. I worked yesterday, so today has been just kind of a lazy day, and I've just enjoyed just chilling. And then this right here is my variegated elderberry, and it still has a few green leaves as well. So it's really interesting to see how everything's doing. We still have January and February yet to go, and we may end up getting snow or we may not. We'll see how mild this winter ends up being. All right, my phone's finally at 20%. That was only 7 minutes of record time, so, or almost 8. So I will be getting this plugged back in. But for the most part, everything's looking really well. Budding is happening on all of the bushes and trees. They are really loving life. Some of those ones that weren't growing so well that I had gotten from that one seller are actually doing excellent down here. This one in particular, which is the Vitus Shoal Creek. I have no clue. That one was sent to me as an extra, and it looks better than the ones that I actually had originally gotten. So we'll see if these ones come back. The freebie seems to be the one that survived, which isn't one I had asked for, but good to see that it does good in this region. All of my little, oh, these little guys look like they're kind of sad. Hopefully those come back. Those are the black, all the black bamboos, the little babies. And all the figs in here are looking really nice. Some of them are trying to leaf out. This has really protected these nicely from the frost. Let's go see really quick how those other ones are doing. All of the blueberries look great. You can see they're already trying to leaf out. Just don't do it, you guys. Just don't do it. The Pacific Northwest likes to fake out all of my trees and bushes. So all the trees are looking really nicely as well. We've got a cat right there, and hopefully he's not going to go pooping any of my stuff. There's a squirrel down there. I guess they were figuring out territory. The cat's freaking out because of my dog now. Let's see here. Just checking to see if there's any damage to any of the dog. Finally saw the cat. seeing if there's any damage to any of the tips of the figs, and it doesn't appear to be. We have had some frost, so there is that. Let's just check here. The cat's realized that the dog can't get to him, and he's not scared anymore. He's more scared of me than he is of my dog. All right, let's see here. Well, it looks like there's a dip in the ground here on this one pot. I will have to come in here and fill that in with some soil. Like I said, I'm hoping the cats aren't using my bigger pots as litter boxes. Let's see here. Everything's looking pretty good. All of the trees are looking pretty good. This one didn't fully lignify, so hopefully that'll be fine. Chances are it will be. But it's really good to see that all the plants are pretty much faring pretty well. I still have all of these to get rid of, which I will do probably closer to spring. I'll definitely have to pour out water, I'm sure. It looks like my planters got knocked over. My dog probably did that one day. So this one's got the roses and the the roses and the tarragon in it. So I need to move those. That actually is right next to a window. So either the dog did it or somebody else. There we go. So okay, we got paw prints, so we got evidence. It was the dog who weaseled his little rear in here and did all that. I do need to water some of these. I'm noticing this pot is a little bit dry. So everything along this area here, along the house, needs to be watered a little bit more. So that's good to know. And then the Lebanon cedar is looking really pretty, you guys. It's doing really, really well. Very, very pleased. And then my dogwoods are budding up nicely. So this is where we're going to go ahead and end it, you guys. Everything is looking pretty good. And as I remove a couple dead leaves, everything is looking pretty darn good. Everything looks exactly the way I would suspect. I do have leaves randomly on a few that I would think wouldn't. Oh, by the way, I also had a yellow rose for Christmas this year. And my rose bushes on the front porch are flowering still, and I have more that are going to be budding up to flower out. So that kind of gives you an idea of how well it's gone this year for the plants on the front. Those ones are still looking really good. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, click that bell button. As always, have a wonderful day. God bless, and love what you grow and grow what you love. Bye.